Not really too sure how we're doing for time here. I wanted to talk about Elliotte Friedman and his 31 Thoughts article, and I wanted to put a big focus on the Montreal Canadiens thoughts that are in here. Now, don't worry, they're not like super big pieces of news. They're just some interesting little tidbits about the Habs that I just wanted to bring up because I thought they were pretty cool. He's got 3 thoughts over here about the Montreal Canadiens, and they're all in a string in a row, 22, 23, and 24. So let's go over all of them here. I'll leave a link in the description to the full article because it's always a great read reading Elliotte Friedman's 31 thoughts. Let's go over onto thought number 22. On the off day between Montreal's loss in Carolina and win in Toronto, head coach Claude Julien showed Jonathan Drouin the shift that led to the 2-2 tying goal against the Hurricanes. And I'm pretty sure you remember that if you watched the Hurricanes game. Julien wasn't just talking about the rush up the ice, he was thrilled with the winger's puck recovery after the Canadiens lost it in the offensive zone. If you play like that, he told Drouin, there will be no problems. And problems are not something that people think about when they think of Drouin, right? Everybody knows that Jonathan Drouin is the cleanest and the most well-loved Montreal Canadien in the entire organization, right? But taking a look at that play once more, Drouin is the guy who starts the rush behind the net, cuts in over the right wing, does a little bit of a deke to get through the back checker, and then centers it, goes back, he chases the puck as it gets knocked down, there's a shot made and a rebound for Kotkaniemi to get his first on the year. That was one of the best showcases of Drouin we've seen pretty much in the past few years, and I totally understand what Julien is saying when he says, yeah man, do more of that and there are no problems. Drouin is a guy who's been on the subject of trade rumors and trade speculation and targets, pretty much, of the Montreal media and fan base, and a lot of that has to do with work ethic issues, laziness, defensive play. But Drouin in a position like this, in that one clip, is totally defying all of that. And if Julien is saying, yeah man, play like this, no problems, then I absolutely agree. I really like the inclusion of this into Elliotte Friedman's 31 thoughts, but let's go over onto the next thought over here, number 23. Ben Chiarot, who joined the Canadiens from Winnipeg, switched his stick flex from 105 to 95. Now, just for a quick little how do you do, I'm pretty sure everyone knows how stick flex works, but ideally, if you're going from one stick flex to a lower stick flex, it means you either got lighter or you got shorter. You increase your stick flex when you gain weight or when you get taller. So ideally, what's going on with Chiarot right here is he's going down. But not really for any particular reason, because stick flex usually is used for, you know, big booming shots, leaning in on the stick, loading up that power within the twig. It's about getting the puck through, since there's not many slap shots anymore. That makes sense. If you're not taking slap shots, there's no real reason to have a super high stick flex, even though it does coordinate with your body weight and your height. If you're going to focus more on passing, then okay, lower the flex, I guess. There's a little bit more bend in the twig. Chiarot did tell a great story about waking up at 7 a.m. the day of the free agent window. And he said that the team texted him at 12:30 a.m., half an hour after it was legal to do so. I told my wife that someone already reached out to me. We both thought it was pretty good. Then she said, I think my water just broke. So Ben Chiarot and his wife navigated serious interest from 5 teams and the birth of their daughter Emerson before choosing Montreal. Very big congratulations to you, Ben Chiarot, Mrs. Chiarot, and Emerson Chiarot as well. Montreal was the next step in this process. So as with 31 Thoughts, we go a little bit personal. Friedman likes to go into stories and personal anecdotes with these players once in a while. They're really nice little pieces of their lives being showcased into this article here. And we talked a little bit about the slap shots as well with the NHL. But the next thought here, number 24, goes over another Canadien who still bombs away. Shea Weber. At the morning skate before the Toronto game, he nearly decapitated Keith Kinkaid with a slap shot. Most don't practice the power play at 100%, Kinkaid laughed. Shea is not most people. Who would have thunk it? The Montreal Canadiens captain, who used to have the record for one of the hardest slap shots in the entire league, doesn't take slap shots off in the practice routes. Who would have thought? My hope is that Shea still finds his stride and gets a whole bunch of slapshot goals this year. I want to issue a challenge. I want him to get 20. He's hit 23 times in his career. His career high is 23, and in fact, he had 14 last year in 58 games played. I think that's pretty good. Continue that pace, man, please. I want some Shea slapshot goals. Getting 20 would be awesome with the Habs. I don't care if the guy's 34. He's still a beast. Still an absolute beast. And he's not taking the slap shots off. He almost decapitated Kincaid, so I'd be willing to see him get goals. Plain and simple. So that pretty much wraps up our quick little review of the 3 of the 31 thoughts in the 31 Thoughts article related to the Habs. Hope you enjoyed this quick little video. Social 99. Stay tuned for later today. I have a video coming out about Byfield and Lafreniere. And bye.